Hi, and welcome again to another episode of Comic Book Crew, and I am Vance Astro,
I'm Chris Powell.
and we're here to review some comics.
Alright, so do you want to start off, Vance?
First, I start off with Fantastic Four Age of Ultron tie-in. I believe that is... Oh, yes, it is, Fantastic Four number 5. So... Valerie Richards and Franklin Richards wake up, and they're like got this holographic thing, and they're getting a message from their parents saying like something has gone catastrophically wrong, and then each member of the Fantastic Four is saying something to them, as in like a goodbye message or whatever. And it just gets kind of emotional. What would you say, Chris?
I think that the, when Ben Grimm, the Thing, leaves is probably the best, because he says that he may have caused Doctor Doom, where it could be possible, but we'll never know for sure, because only in the Age of Ultron universe does he admit to that.
I actually really love the art in this.
Yeah, I like it too.
It's different from most other styles, and I might pick this up. It's just a great art style. What do you think about the art?
I like the art. I think it's very good. It's very expressive to the situation in
It's
the comic.
different than most comics. I believe She-Hulk and some other members of the FF make an appearance. So I see She-Hulk, possibly Medusa.
Medusa, yeah.
Yeah, She-Hulk, Medusa. And it just gets to be an emotional comic when Reed comes up and he says, "I don't know how to say this. Words not coming. How does a father say goodbye to his children? I'm a man of science. There is no God. There is no heaven. There is no hell." And it's just a great book, and recommend you read the Fantastic Four series. So, go on, Chris. You can do your review.
Okay. My first review I'm reviewing is The Superior Spider-Man number 14. One of the newer issues. Humberto Ramos was finally back on.
Second last issue, right?
Yeah, so far. Humberto Ramos was finally back on. He's personally my favorite artist because of the way he expresses the characters. I just really like him as an artist. So in this issue, Spider-Man comes up with a new costume. He has all these spider troopers.
I really like that costume.
Spider-Man. And he goes and he takes down Shadowland. Kingpin fakes his own death and hides, dying to come back for revenge. This issue is pretty big because Shadowland's finally taken down, and the Hand's done, with their whole issues. After the Kingpin took over, we thought that the Hand might finally declare gang war on all of New York, but apparently not.
I really like the new costume. It's more black than anything.
Yeah, and
if you don't know, it's a change from the traditional costume, which is, of course, the blue and the red. It's more of a black in the red, a little bit of blue.
Yes. And at one point, the Kingpin goes downstairs to his secret basement, where he has a very large man who looks much like the King himself, and he snaps his neck, saying that his body's been modified to mimic his DNA, and along with his cosmetically altered dental appliances. Once his corpse is found, after the fire, farewell, Wilson Fisk. So, he leaves in a one-man submarine, and the Hobgoblin escapes, pretending to be, because of the Goblin Protocol on the new spider robots that the Green Goblin set up, causes them to skip over him. And it shows the Green Goblin, at the end, declaring how he's already won, New York is his. Mm-hmm. And that ends the issue. Any comments, Chris?
I have not read this yet, so I got it on digital from Chris, so.
Advance.
Yeah.
Alright. So, Vance, your review.
So, next I'm reviewing Venom number 7, Spider Island tie-in. I mean, the one thing I hated about this issue is the art.
It's awful.
I cannot stand the art in Venom.
I have it in the graphic novel called
That's
Spider Island.
But, it's a good story otherwise if you get past the art. his father's dying. He never really liked his father because he was an alcoholic and
He beat him.
He beat him. He was an abused child. Yeah. I mean, he was there for his death, though, which I thought that was really nice, even though he really hated his father on the inside.
Yeah, well, his father always.
Other than that, the art was just terrible. I like the little 9/11 segment they put in there at the end. That was nice. The art was terrible. I don't like the first page. The layout screen of what happened. It's just too much stuff going on. But the story is nice. If you can get past the art, then this issue is pretty good. I mean, I'm just gonna say it's a decent issue. And anything to add about this?
I have every novel called Spider Island, the primary version, and I think that it is one of my favorites just because of how it brings back the Jackal. And this issue really shows Anti-Venom, one of my personal favorite, what I call anti-heroes. So
yeah, one of my favorite anti-heroes. I mean, Anti-Venom's just a cool character.
Till he was
killed.
Yes.
Spoiler alert.
Technically. Well, no, it happened a long time ago. Alright. So the issue I'm going to be reviewing, finally, is Superior Spider-Man number 15, the newest issue, with the Hobgoblin. Now, in this issue, the Kingpin's Hobgoblin runs into the Tinker's shop, demanding new weapons, and telling him that he can pay for. He's telling how much. Tinker says how much the weapons to fix the weapons will cost. He says, "I'm good for it," especially after I sell that video files from my back cam. And so the Tinker goes to this back room and finds this man named Tiberius Stone. Tiberius ran out on the Kingpin. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 651. After the Kingpin's the Kingpin structure that was guarded by Montana was shut down by Black Cat and Spider-Man. And so the Hobgoblin declared he would kill him. So he sets the Hobgoblin's weapons so they'll break whenever he says to. So when Spider-Man and the Hobgoblin finally fight, after Kingsley tells Phil Urich, the new Hobgoblin, to go rob a bunch of banks to make them his payments for his supervillain persona. Then it shows Spider-Man fighting the Hobgoblin and Tiberius shutting down all his weapons in his flight harness. So then Spider-Man climbs up the Daily Bugle building and tracks Phil coming in out of his disguise. And the broadcast on live TV all over New York saying, "People of New York, this is Spider-Man with the Avengers, and I need your help. I need you to be my heroes. I need you to be my eyes. Dude," and then it shows people talking, "Dude, it's on every channel. A fugitive is loose in our city. Please help me find him. He's the villain, called Hobgoblin. He's also this man, Phil Urich." And it shows Phil at the end going, son of inside the Daily Bugle with Ben, Robbie, I think Captain Watanabe, and Nora watching. So, anything to add, Chris?
I have not read this issue yet, but it seems like the Tinker's plan is very thematic.
Yeah, the whole basic outline of the issues are getting pretty good.
It'll be good for the next issue.
The next cover of issue 16, spoiler alert.
It's a spoiler, a really big spoiler.
It's the Hobgoblin with his sword through his chest and his eyes are, like, dead. Yeah. So I'm predicting death of Phil Urich.
I'm pretty sure that's pretty secure.
It's just sad because I've been following him ever since he started out in the old Green Goblin series.
Yeah. So
I have number one.
Yeah.
And number 3.
I think that about wraps it up for this episode, and yeah.
Right. Okay. So see you next time.
See you next time, and goodbye.